name is Darryl Anderson, and I am the Vice President of Marketing and Communications. And basically in that role, it oversees everything you can imagine under the umbrellas of marketing and communications. Everything from our look, our feel, our flow, everything that we send out, that we communicate to our field, everything that we put out on the website as well as the website, and all of those things that really give Javita its brand. I began in this field probably about 15 years ago. Originally my roots were in television, and I got involved. I was a journalism major in college, and I got involved in doing sports broadcasting, news production, those different things. And I really got interested in the ratings and how they sold advertising and did different things and how they really marketed themselves to clients, to businesses who they wanted to get their advertising dollars from. And so I got involved when I moved out of the news production world. I got into the television and actually radio world, and started to really try to understand the business of what each of those industries did. And from there, it took myself to marketing, more and more marketing, communications. I started to work for a marketing communications and PR firm. And then as I mentioned, about 15 or so years ago, I got an opportunity to look at a network marketing company and become a communications person with them. And it was an interesting opportunity because they didn't do a lot with public relations, and that was a strong suit that I had. And they thought that, oh, okay, there are times during the cycle of an annual network marketing company that there's ups and downs, and if we could get some strong PR communications during those down times, it might make for a more consistent year. And so I started to do that, and things moved and changed, and I started to ran my course there. And then I got a call from Stan Charleston, our CEO, that he was starting up another venture, and asked if I wanted to be a part of it, and I jumped at the opportunity, and the rest is history. The USP is an interesting kind of thing. It's the unique selling points, it's the unique selling proposition. It takes on many names, and there's so many different ways that people look at it. Whether it's a tagline, you have your Nike "Just Do It," and that becomes their tagline, but it's also their unique selling proposition. We've looked at it two ways as well. One of the things that we're looking at is that our coffee in and of itself is unique in this industry, and the materials and the ingredients and everything that make that unique really cause it to stand out. That you're going to get everything that you want from your cup of coffee and that you're expecting to get from your coffee, but more. And at the same time, we tie that product in with the business of network marketing in this industry, direct sales. And we really think that coffee combined with this opportunity allows us to say that Javita is really changing people's lives one cup at a time. And that's one of the things that we're really hanging our hat on, is changing lives one cup at a time, because not only are we going to do that with our coffee, but we're going to do that with the opportunity that the coffee provides. And so everything that we have, that we've been designing, has been geared around that cup, because we believe that that's that cup that really sets us apart from anybody else. And that's a cup of coffee, and that's a cup of life, or anything else that you want to look at it. So our look, our feel, our flow, everything that we're doing really ties back in with, we are all about that cup of coffee, and that cup of coffee is going to help you in so many different ways. I think that it's important to communicate to someone, to communicate to our members, on a consistent basis. But I also want to be cognizant of not over-communicating. I also want to make sure that we communicate not only via, an email or a conference call, but also via websites and using some of those other social interactive sites. I think that if you have a message or you have some news or information that you want to put out to somebody, I think one of the benefits of being able to have so many different mediums at your disposal is that you're able to actually get out the message in many different ways, in many different forms, in many different styles. And if you do that, and you do that correctly, then the news that you are trying to convey, you hope is going to resonate with someone if they happen to get it in 4 different modes. And when I say 4 different modes, I'm not looking to say, geez, that's a lot over communication, but we know that people use different modes and pay attention to different things different than others. This next internet generation so much relies on Twitter for their news and Facebook for their information about their friends or their favorite stores or different kinds of things. And so people are communicating that way. And then when you see a commercial on television that ties it in with like Facebook and Twitter, and they send people back to that, that's always a good way to combine those two, modes of communication. And that's one of the things that we want to do, is to use, not just using an email, but also send people to various areas where we're going to have a lot of, news that will be, given, and someone can go to a certain place and they can see all the news that's happening. They can visit their office that they will have with us with the company, and they can see all the news that's there. And so depending upon how they get it, they'll be able to go to it in different modes and make sure that the information that we're trying to communicate goes appropriately. I can go into the numerous ways that we're going to do it, where we're going to have offline printed pieces that people love to open up their boxes and feel and read and see exactly what's going on, and we plan on doing that. We plan on doing things online via email, and we know that people's email time is very, we need to be respectful of it. So at the same time, we're also going to be doing a lot of things with Facebook and Twitter and different other kinds of internet mediums, blogs, our basic internet site, whether it is press releases, news releases, or their back office. We know that all of these modes have little key points with different people, and that's what we're going to focus on. One of the things that's really high on our plate is our department that focuses a lot on the events and recognition. And when people think of this industry and they think of events, they just think of could think of corporate conferences. But we want to make sure that we're providing a lot of information to people about events, and that's events in their area. Making sure that people, if they are in a certain state and they may have an upline or something that isn't necessarily having an event there, someone else may be. And so we want to make sure that we're always giving the right information and enough information about events, who's traveling, who's out there, who's doing it. And so not only do we want to give this information to the people who are up and coming and learning this business, but we also want to make sure that we have a platform for the leaders who are traveling to be able to get this information and communicate it appropriately. So that's big to us. In addition to the events of the regional and national conference nature. That completely ties in a lot with what we're doing with recognition. When we talk about events, we're going to have exotic trips and travel, different things that we have on the plate that we're really exploring now as to people who earn their way, get their own vacations paid. They're able to bring their spouses, sometimes their families, on trips, and that's one of the big things that we know that we want to focus on here as we build this company. Our recognition program is going to tie completely in with that. We have about 7 ranks with about 3 levels in each rank within our recognition program. And then as you escalate through that recognition program, the lower levels will of course be recognized. You will be getting a certificate in the mail. You will get an email from us. As you progress, you will start to see your name online. As you progress higher, not only will you get the recognition certificates and the emails and see your name online, but you'll start to get a picture online. Then we'll start to have people who have feature stories on themselves, and these will be placed online, sent out to people, put into offline communication avenues. And then as you go higher and higher into the ranks and achieve our top couple of ranks, we want to have fly-ins where the people can come, experience the office, experience what's going on here, do some videos, show everyone, wow, look what you can have here. And then when they do have those videos, then it's something that they can use to promote themselves and to also promote the company. One of the interesting things when we were putting this company and these ideas together is that I have this, I guess, bad reputation of being someone who likes to join other companies. I'd like to see what they do. I mean, I think that that's just good business practices to understand and know what your competition does, if they are competition at all. And so we started looking at various companies when we were exploring the coffee arena. And we thought, boy, if we could just get a really good tasting coffee and get a coffee that is easy to share, that's easy to sample, that's easy for someone to talk about, then we thought we would hit a home run with it. And so when we were looking at our formulations, and we saw so many coffees that really did follow the same formulations with slight variations, we thought, boy, we could really stray and be different from that, because what are people really looking for from a cup of coffee? People we know are looking for that little extra oomph, that little pick-me-up to get them going. Why do they want that? Well, they want that either in the morning, they want that in the afternoon to give them a little pep. We also know that the reason that people want this is because, I'm groggy, and every morning once that 3 o'clock bell hits, I'm tired in the afternoon. So we know that they want to get their minds going. And so we thought if we could come up with a coffee that could really give you more, and I stated it before, but more of what you're looking for out of your coffee, that this will be a home run. And so we developed a coffee and a formulation that is actual coffee grounds that's made from South American, coffee that's made from South American beans. That is a blend. It's estate grown. That then we take these special herbs and we put them in there to give people a little bit more of what they're looking for, a little bit more pep, a little bit more clarity, and combining these two into a sample stick that anyone can take with them, put in their pockets, bring to the office, be on the road, whatever they're doing. We thought that this was a great avenue that no one had tackled yet, that just seemed to be, we fit right into that missing piece. I've known Stan Geraldine for probably about 12 years now. He was the Vice President of Finance when I started as a communications professional with a previous company within this industry, who's no longer with us. And he was moved up the ranks and was someone that was just so well respected by everyone, not only the staff and the employees, but also the distributor leaders that were in the field. And going from Vice President of Finance to President to CEO in a company over the course of time, I think is a testament to what people believe and see out of someone. He always has great vision for what we're looking for. He's never thinking, I shouldn't say never, but he's never thinking about, boy, what's going to happen this morning or what's going to happen this evening. He wants to make sure that what we have has some forethought to it, that 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now, that we're always planning and doing things, not just for the week, but also for the years to come. And so we always have our ideas in mind, and at least starting to think about places that we want to go and places that we want to take this company. And I think that that's very rare that you find someone who has that visionary aspect of being part of business, especially in this industry, and really being a student of this industry and understanding it, and so applying that vision to it so that we can see a little bit about what's going on. But he's someone that I respect greatly, someone that I've worked with closely for a number of years, and someone that I'm looking forward to working with for a bunch more years to come. The team that we've assembled here, I have personally worked with many of them for almost 12 years, and it's one of those things where any one of us could go and work with anybody, any company that we would want to, but we really choose to work with the people that we have surrounded ourselves with here and have built companies with here in the past, because we understand each other, we know each other, we know what each other needs or wants from each other, and cross departments and things that we need as we're growing and building a company. We've done this before. The people who have done this countless hours, days, years, months, building and developing and creating companies, not just in this industry, but also in traditional businesses too. So we bring that mindset that we all just didn't get started here in network marketing. We did start elsewhere and then bring our combined know-how into direct selling. And then when you combine that with the fact that many of us have been more than a decade plus in network marketing too, we have that expertise as well. And so combining both of those, I think, really gives our team something that you can't really find anywhere else. You'd be hard pressed to find people that work together this long in this industry, doing these kinds of things and getting them right and doing them right and being successful with them on a continual basis. And that's one of the things that we're very proud of. And we don't do them just, we don't take it lightheartedly. We actually go after it, and we put our heart and soul and pride into making sure that we do it and do it right.